Hey guys, welcome back to another very interesting video of our channel Versatile Knowledge, and today I'm going to be talking about the LG Wing. So I've been using this device for the last couple of months. I bought it in the month of April, around April 20th. I've been using it for almost 2 months now as my daily driver. So both of my primary SIMs are in this device, and all my banking applications, other chatting applications, and everything has been configured on this device for the last 2 months of time. And I've made down a few points about the LG Wing and my experience about this device. I'll be actually sharing you guys my experience of this device for the last couple of months of time. I'll be dividing this between the things that I liked about this device and the things that I didn't like about this device, and finally we'll be talking about the recommendation about should you buy and all those gentle chorus, right? The device is currently selling for 29,999 on Flipkart and on LG store. So it has these two colors, guys. One is this, obviously this fingerprint magnet black color, and the other color is that kind of gradient finish of a color that's present and available on Flipkart and also on the LG store. So what is the first thing that I actually liked about this device? So the first thing that I really liked about this device is with respect to the display of this device, or rather the displays of this device, since it has two of them on this device. Since it is an OLED display that is made by LG itself, the quality of display is outstanding, guys. It is actually a POLED display on the front surface over here, and it is a 6.8-inch display with a full HD resolution, and it has a 60 Hz refresh rate. It is not a full high refresh rate display or something. And also this display that is present on the inner surface is a 3.9-inch GOLED display. This also has a normal HD resolution, which is 1240 cross 1080, and this also is a 60 Hz refresh rate. The resolution of this display is 2460 cross 1080, and the resolution of inside display is 1240 cross 1080. This display actually supports HDR10, and also it has support for Widevine L1 certification and can easily play back full HD plus videos on both Amazon Prime Video and Netflix platforms. And I have tested this by watching a lot of movies and TV shows over the last couple of months of time. And recently I was watching the Family Man season 2, and the overall experience is fantastic. The richness in colors and the dynamic range that is present from this display when you are watching content is brilliant. Dark areas and the brighter areas are very well lit and represented on this display, but there is one caveat, that is Netflix still doesn't support HDR if you're having the highest end plan of Netflix, that is around 800 rupee plan. And if you're planning to watch HDR movies on this device, it is still not supported, but the full HD videos is easily playable on this device. And also on other OTT platforms like Sony Live, I was watching Scam 1992 on this device, which is fantastic, and I was easily enjoying the content on this device. And the overall content consumption experience on this device, especially on this display, is outstanding. Outdoor visibility check, fantastic, and how low it can go in terms of the nighttime brightness is also great as well. And especially on my device, there is no green tint, or there is no black crush issue, or there is no pink tint issue that is common with the OLED displays when you are putting the brightness to the very low levels in the nighttime conditions. And also one thing about the display is there is the presence of reading mode, or the night mode that we call. It is actually called the comfort mode on this device. As you can see, we have the comfort view over here, and when we put the device to comfort view, it actually becomes kind of yellowish, which also helps in reducing the strain to your eyes whenever you're using this device in the nighttime condition. So this is a fantastic thing about this device, that is the display. I really love the display, both the main display and also the inside display. The next important thing about this device which I like is with respect to the build quality and the design. So this device actually has an aluminum frame. As you can see, we have the antenna bands that is present over here, and also we have the antenna bands over here and also on this surface, and hence it is an aluminum frame, and it feels extremely sturdy and premium to hold in your hands. I have used a lot of smartphones in this price range, guys, that is around 25,000-30,000 rupee price range. And even if you see today's generation, the smartphones such as the Realme X7 Pro, the Realme X7 Max, the iQOO 7, it may be the Mi 11X, the lot of smartphones which has a plastic frame and also has a plastic back, like the Realme X7 Max for an example, but this smartphone has a glass back and also has an aluminum frame, which makes this device extremely sturdy. And the weight of this device is on the heavier side, which is obvious because of the swivel mechanism that is present. It is around 260 grams. It feels really heavy. The build quality of this device is outstanding for a swivel mechanism smartphone, and I have used a lot of premium smartphones as well, like the iPhone 12 series recently, and also I had used the previous iPhone 10 series, which had a stainless steel frame, which is more premium considered to the aluminum frame. When I'm actually switching from those devices to this device, I didn't feel anything less when it comes to the premiumness in terms of the build quality of this device. It has a Gorilla Glass 5 protection on the front and also has a Gorilla Glass 5 protection on the back surface, and also there is a case that has been provided inside the box, and the aluminum frame and everything makes this device build quality and design outstanding. And if you guys actually know this, the smartphones these days are actually getting wider and bigger, right? Even if the smartphone screen gets bigger, that is it can get increased to 6.7 inches, 6.8 or 6.9 inches, the overall width shouldn't actually increase 75 millimeter. So if you just go ahead and check the specifications of any device before you buy, or you get a hands-on of your device by holding it in your hands, the devices which are under 75 millimeters are the best in terms of holding and in terms of maneuvering with your fingers, and it doesn't cause a lot of fatigue to your fingers. I also have the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, which is around 76 millimeters, guys, and sometimes what I feel is I get fatigue on my fingers whenever I'm holding this. But this device, LG Wing, is around 74 millimeters, and even though the screen size is 6.8 inches, because of the width of this device, I do not feel any sort of discomfort while holding this device. And also when we talk about the IP54 resistance that is present, it has an IP54 resistance, but that is not like a dedicated water and dust resistance or something, guys. It is just helpful for the minor splashes. And also this device is having the military grade standard 810G protection for drops and shocks, guys. That makes this device a little bit more on the sturdier side as well. Even though this device has a curved display, the device feels fantastic in terms of the build quality. So guys, the next important thing I like about this device is with respect to the performance on this device. First thing is this device has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G, which is a 7 nanometer based processor, which is an octa-core CPU, and it has an LPDDR4X RAM of 8GB, and also it has an UFS 2.1 based storage for read and write, and also it is a 128GB of internal memory, guys. This also has an Adreno 620 GPU, and when we talk about the overall performance of this device, it is fantastic. I've also used the Nord last year. LG Wing didn't feel anything lesser when compared to OnePlus Nord. I tried to actually get hands on my friend's OnePlus Nord, and I tried to use the OnePlus Nord and this side by side. Apart from the 90 Hz refresh rate that is present on the Nord, everything else is the same when compared to the Nord in terms of performance. And in terms of the mid-range segment, this is one of the best devices in the mid-range segment. So how can I compare that? I've used the Snapdragon 732G based devices, and also I also have the Mi 10i, which is a Snapdragon 750 based device. I've had quite a number of mid-range devices, guys. After using a lot of mid-range devices, I can easily vouch for the fact that this device has one of the best mid-range performances till date. If you want to have a look at the Antutu scores or something, guys, so as you can see, the Antutu benchmark score of this device is around 3,80,000. And when I'm talking about the performance in day-to-day transactions, the app opening times fantastic, rebooting of this device fantastic and fast, memory management is one of the best. I've used a lot of Xiaomi phones, they tend to kill apps in the background, but in terms of LG Wing, the memory management is also fantastic. Just a real-time example, I was tweeting something to a very important Twitter page. I just got distracted from something and I just left that in the background and I just went away. A couple of hours later, I came back to that spot and I just checked the app in the memory. Twitter was already present in the memory, and whatever I had written in the draft, right, that was still stored. And seeing that, I just flashed that, oh, I had to do this, and I quickly finished that task. So this is something, a very important real-time example of memory management. I would not say that this device is the best in the 30,000 rupee price range, because we get the Mi 11X at Snapdragon 870, we have iQOO 7 with Snapdragon 870, we have the Realme X7 Pro with Dimensity 1000, Realme X7 Max with Dimensity 1200. Those are all like the flagship grade processors, right? You can't compare a flagship grade processor with a mid-range processor, but when I'm talking about a mid-range smartphone, this device shines like anything. When we talk about the gaming performance on this device, I'm not a avid mobile gamer. I am actually using an iPad Pro. Coming back to the gaming on the LG Wing, the gaming is fine, guys, but if you want to game on a mobile and want to have a smartphone for gaming, especially in this price range, I think you will have to look at Realme X7 Max or the iQOO 7 in terms of gaming, because that has dedicated the display chip. Gaming will be more smoother on those devices. This is a device for casual gamers. It is not for like a very hardcore gamer or something. So for a mid-range device, this device is fantastic in terms of performance, and that is something that I have really liked. The next thing that I really like about this device is with respect to the battery life on this device, guys. Charging and battery life. I'm damn sure many of you guys would be thinking that battery life on this device would be bad or something, but that is not true. The battery life on this device is actually pretty good, you know. It is around a 4000 mAh battery. In my last 2 months of usage, I have rarely ran out of juice at the end of the day. I'd start my day at around 10 a.m. and it will stretch up to 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Even with that cycle, the battery life is very good. Constantly, I have got 6 hours of screen on time. My usage cycle is Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, WhatsApp, Telegram, Gmail. I play hardly like a couple of games of Call of Duty here and there, and also I watch a lot of content on Amazon Prime Video, on Netflix, and also on Sony Live and Z5. With this cycle, I'm actually able to get easily around 6 hours of screen on time, and I'm sharing a couple of screenshots. As you can see, I've got 6 hours of screen on time in almost every test, guys. And in terms of charging, this device has support for 25 watt charging, but there is no charger inside the box. I've used the Xiaomi's 27 watt charger, and with that charger, I'm able to charge this smartphone from 0 to 100% around 2 hours of time. It takes 2 hours to charge from 5 to 100%, guys. And if you are at 0%, it will quickly charge from 0 to 50% faster. It will take around 30-40 minutes to charge from 0 to 50%, but from 50 to 100%, it will take another 1 hour 40 minutes or something. Now let's talk about the network and connectivity. First thing, I'll get 5G out of the way, guys. Yes, this device has 5G support. It has support for 6 5G bands. And now let's talk about the 4G on this device. This device has 4G carrier aggregation. As you can see, I'm showing the 4G plus signals. And also the network and connectivity area, this device has exceptional call quality, guys. Whenever I'm doing the call reception test or network reception test, I go to the cellar. Cellar is generally a low network area, and even in that area, I was clearly able to hear the calls from the LG Wing. And sometimes I've noticed call drops on the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max whenever I was using. In the LG Wing, there was no call drops in terms of the low network areas also. And the microphone quality is fantastic. The sound that you were able to hear of the opposite person from the speaker phones are also very good. I'm actually using the Jio SIM on this device, guys. And whenever I'm using Jio SIM, if you guys know, there is something called as the video call in Jio, right? Whenever you dial to Jio, carrier-based video call doesn't work on this device. Whenever I'm doing a carrier-based video call, I ask the recipient to switch from normal call to video. My face will be visible to the recipient, but the recipient's face will not be visible to me. I'm not sure whether it is Jio issue or LG Wing's issue with respect to optimization for Jio video calls, but that is something that I wanted to put out because that was my experience. I was not able to take the carrier-based video calls, but apart from that, the other video calls are working perfectly fine. And now let's talk about the cameras, guys. I've actually spoken a lot about the specifications of cameras in my previous unboxing video. This device has a 64 megapixel primary sensor and also has a 13 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel 120-degree ultra wide for that gimbal mechanism or something. And also we have a pop-up camera as well. So the camera quality of this device is actually flagship level. I've experienced a lot of smartphones in this price range. The OnePlus Nord, previously the Redmi K20 Pro, Realme X3, Realme X7 Pro, Realme X7. The colors are on point. Dynamic range, it is on point. The video quality is fantastic. It has OIS, and this is not just a normal OIS, guys. This is a 6 motion stabilizer. That means it has 6 axis stabilization that is present, and it gives an exceptional video stabilization in 4K 30 fps mode. I have not seen 4K 60 fps mode stabilization yet. And also it has EIS from the front camera. Front camera also supports 4K. It has 4K 30 fps from the front camera. The night mode also has support for the main sensor, the 2x zoom sensor, and also the night mode is supported on the ultra wide angle cameras. The videos that come out of this camera is also fantastic because of the presence of the optical image stabilization. I have shot and uploaded a couple of YouTube videos on this smartphone, and I have been actually impressed with respect to the cameras on this device. If you guys have seen our laptop video that we have done like a couple of weeks back, that was specifically shot on the LG Wing, just to show you guys that how good is the camera quality on this device. I'm actually trying to make a video with respect to the iPhone 11. I have an iPhone 11, and I'll be making a dedicated comparison between this camera and the iPhone 11's camera, because this is nothing short of an flagship grade camera experience. So just sit back and relax and check out the camera sample that I have taken from the LG Wing.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I've weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Next thing that I like about this device is with respect to this swivel mechanism. I'm actually always fascinated with respect to, unique phones or something. Previously, I used to like the QWERTY, the QWERTY phones that used to come, right? This is like a masterpiece in terms of how good this device is. So when you're using the smartphone like this, it, turns people's heads. So this is something that I actually very, very much love about this device. The software implementation of these two screens is fantastic. There is hardly any issues that you get whenever you are using two apps on two different screens. And I do the swivel mechanism sometimes as a fidget. I'm using a mouse on my right hand. My left hand actually keeps doing like this, guys, whenever the device is placed on the table. So that is something I've done like a lot of times, and the gimbal mode is also working perfectly fine for me with respect to the productivity and the amount of things that you can do on this device. So when I was using the LG G8X Think, right, actually able to use two different applications in full mode. So if I want to use any application on this screen and any other application on this screen, it was just allowing, because it is just a normal sized screen. Both of the screens were normal size, but here in LG Wing, since the bottom screen is not full sized, there are limitations with respect to amount of applications that you can use here. Whenever I'm watching a movie over here, I was texting on this window and I was watching the movie here, and I just wanted to browse about the movie here, and I was able to do that. And I was watching a YouTube video and I just wanted to share a link of that YouTube video here on the chat window. I was able to do that. Apart from these two things, there is nothing else I've actually done with respect to the productivity aspect on these two screens, guys. But overall, I really love the swivel mechanism on the LG Wing. So guys, the next important thing I just wanted to touch is with respect to the software on this device. This device runs the Android 10, guys, but the software on this device is outstanding. The software is actually very good in terms of optimization. On my MIUI device, what I was feeling is sometimes the picture-in-picture mode suddenly stopped working. These are some kind of small bugs that I had faced on MIUI, but in terms of LG UI, there are very limited amount of bugs. Software optimization is fantastic. Even I had told on my LG G8X review, guys, this software on LG is pretty good. Previously, it was like a cartoonish UI. So if you guys see over here, I'm using a skin from LG's default store, and the skin is also fantastic, and also the optimization that has been done for the software is pretty good, guys. This Wing has a fantastic fingerprint scanner. As you can see, it is a very good fingerprint scanner as well, guys. So guys, now let's talk about the things which I did not like about this device, or the cons of this device. The first thing is with respect to the speakers and audio, and this device has a single bottom firing speaker. Because of this form factor or something, they omitted the dual speakers, but this device has a single speaker, guys, and even with earphones there is no headphone jack. They've actually given the adapter, guys, and this works perfectly fine. That's not the point, but there is no stereo speakers, and the media experience becomes half baked if you're not using the headphone jack. So guys, the second important thing which I did not like about this device is with respect to the back surface of this device. So currently I'm using the back case that was provided inside the box, and I have been using the back case on this device for continuously from the last 2 months. I've never removed the back case on this device. The reason is this device is the king of fingerprint magnets. I am actually having the Mi 10i also. This is also a glossy back device, but LG Wing picks up so many fingerprints that I spent most of my time in cleaning rather than using the device. And if you're having quite moist or sweaty hands, then this device will be a nightmare in terms of using this. And the next thing about this device which I did not like is with respect to the charger, guys. What if they decrease the price from 70,000 to 30,000, and what are they saving in terms of removing the charger from the box? I did not understand, guys, but there is no charger inside the box. So guys, this is the charger I'm using, guys. This is the Xiaomi's 27 watt adapter, that is the Mi Sonic adapter, and the same charger is able to fast charge my LG Wing as well, guys. So that is serving my purpose, but the charger was not provided inside the box. That is something that I really did not like. So guys, the next thing which I did not like about this device is with respect to software update. After purchasing this device, I've never got a software update. The security patch is 1st January. The Android software is 2 years old, which is Android 10. Android 12 is already released. They've actually promised that they will give software updates for 3 years and continuous support for this device for 5 years. You can't even question because the company is shut down. So that is something I do not like. Software updates play play a very important part in terms of protecting your devices from the online threats and security vulnerabilities, guys. So that is something very important. At least if you're not giving a software update to improve something, just make sure you just push a security patch once in a couple of months or something. But LG gives Android or software updates once or twice in a year, guys. That is something that I really do not like about the LG Wing also. These were about the things that I like and do not like about this device. Now let's talk about some of the miscellaneous things. The first question some of you guys had asked about is with respect to should you buy it. My answer to you guys would be, if you want to experience something new and if you want to experience something amazing, then you can actually go ahead and buy the LG Wing. Overall experience of this device, it is also fantastic and it's a head turner obviously. And if you want a pure performance related device, you should actually look out for the flagship grade devices or the flagship killer devices which are present in the 30,000 rupee price range. The second question is about the service center support about the LG Wing. A lot of you guys had asked about service center and how would be the service. So if you want to talk about my experience with LG, I've already done a separate dedicated video about my LG G8X service center experience, how that device actually broke and how I visited the service center and how they responded, everything. In short, the LG's service center experience is actually pretty good. The final question about this device is with respect to the Battleground Mobile India, and a lot of you guys had actually asked me about how is this device for Battleground Mobile India. My answer would be the same as I said earlier. If you are a esport player or if you are someone who is looking to play competitive gameplay or something, then you should actually buy devices which has like flagship grade processors, guys, instead of the LG Wing if you are looking at smartphones specifically for Battleground Mobile India. So guys, this was my complete in-depth review of the LG Wing, my experience with this device and how was this device supporting me in the last 2 months of time. And I will also be bringing more videos on the LG Wing. I'll be making comparisons with the iPhone 11 as I said earlier. If you guys actually want more videos on this Wing, do let me know what you want to see about the LG Wing. So that's it for this video, guys. If you guys have liked this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends and subscribe to the channel for more interesting and amazing content like this one. Thank you for watching, guys.